on rocking in the free world.
Keep on rocking in the free world.
Hey survivors, how's it going? All of you out there, some of you locked down in your homes and other people in your RVs, and a lot of you messaging me. I'm getting frantic comments and messages about how to get into a camper really, really fast. Like, people are asking, how do I do it? How do I do it right away? And boy, it's just like the people asking me how to get their gun license now. You know what? It doesn't matter. I was in 2 different firearm retailers in the last week, and almost everything is sold out. And here you would have to ahead of time get your firearms license, do your tests and your training and all that, and so it's not something you can do on a whim. So this is why preparedness is a good thing. And it's the same with something like an RV or camper. And I'm not going to sit here and gloat and say, oh look, I got a camper but you don't. No, of course not. And that's what this video is about, really. Is I think we're going to see in the next 6 months, I mean starting right now, next year, next 2, probably for the next decade from this, we're going to see a huge influx of people living on wheels. You know, this channel, whenever I talk about RV van life on this channel, it's always been geared more towards the lifestyle choicers such as myself, who do this not for any economic reasons, but do this because it's fun and it's the way I want to live. And a lot of people choose this lifestyle. A lot of people sell their sticks and bricks and end up living on wheels because that's what they want to do. But inevitably, when there's an economic downturn, like in the U.S., there was the recession in 2008. A lot of people ended up living on wheels, and after that, a lot of the people decided they wanted to keep living on wheels even once they got back on their feet because they realized they really liked the lifestyle. And that's great. Some people went back to houses and apartments when they could afford to, and some people prefer this lifestyle. But I think we're going to see a huge influx now, because this is not a temporary situation, folks. My condolences to anyone affected by what's going on right now, and or their family members, if you know somebody that's been affected. But I mean, I also would send my condolences out to the families and the people affected by the 22,000 people that have died this year alone just from the flu. So, I mean, this is part of life. It's just this particular time, it's taken down the world economy. Even if it's not going to be as deadly, it's going to be, in other ways, much more deadly. And there's going to be a lot more deaths economically. The coming financial crash globally, I think, is going to end up taking a lot more lives. And that's not even including the suicides that have already begun this week. It's not going to be pretty, and this is not, you're not going to be sitting at home watching Netflix for 2 weeks and then everything's back to normal after that. It's not going to happen, folks. This is going to be months, possibly years, before we're out of this, and when we come out of it, it's going to be a different world. It's not going back to the way it was before. I know a lot of you crack smokers out there who believe in big government, you think that's actually true. It's not going to be true, mark my words. But at the end of the day, assuming we still have free travel, the right to travel, throughout our nations and over borders to other nations, whatever, the idea of living on wheels is very appealing for people, especially when situations like this can happen. A lot of people who never thought it could happen are now realizing, geez, society really can fall apart within days. And they're realizing that they need to be reliant on themselves, not on government. And I think we're going to see a big influx, not just of the preppers, survivalists, and all that, but a lot of people too who simply economically have no other choice. I think channels such as mine and all the other RV channels and all the other survival type channels are gonna be full of people asking these questions for a long time to come. So by all means, ask me anything you want. I'm not exactly like off the grid, out in the woods type of survivalist guy, but I always, in my mind, prepare for any possible emergencies. Like when I buy gas, I make sure my tank's full, my propane is always full, my water's always full. And when I buy things, I never buy just what I need for a couple days. I make sure I have extra stocked up because you never know when something will happen. And people will always say, oh, that's you're just being paranoid. Well, now look, And I live on the West Coast. It's earthquake country. You never know. So it's good to be prepared. And when you can take your house with you, especially if you have warning about something coming like what's going on right now, you can get out of Dodge. You can hit the highway and go find a nice place to just disappear from civilization if you want to for a while. Maybe not for an earthquake, but hey, my house is built on shock absorbers. So as long as I'm not parked under a skyscraper, I'm probably going to be all right for that too. So anyways, anyone out there watching this right now who's now considering this lifestyle because of all the crap going on, let me know. Drop your comments below. Tell me your story. Tell everyone else your story. Because I have a feeling this is going to be a huge new wave of people with the same kind of mindset that people like us who already live like this practice in real life. Keep on rocking in the world for now, and we'll see if it remains free after all is said and done.
Warning! Just Incredible TV is not gluten-free. Click that subscribe button below and make van life great again.